Week 3 of WFL action is on the air. We come from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. It is the Edmonton Eskimos playing host to the BC Lions. Chris Curtis along with Jimmy Stevens in the broadcast booth, and we've got a matchup of a couple of 1-1 teams in Week 3.
Yeah, today we got two teams that both lost last week. BC and the Eskimos are both more of a throw-based offenses. I think you're going to see the ball get chucked around quite a bit here. The running game's just kind of there for show.
Nothing wrong with that, but as long as one of them get the good effect out of the running game, it can make the passing game a lot easier if we get a bit of a surprise here. So let's see what happens. Just about ready for football here as the teams are on the field for the coin toss, and we are just about set for football this evening. Taking a look at the BC roster, they are led by their quarterback Derek Mitchell. 3 interceptions last week in the loss to the Calgary Stampeders, and it looks like the BC Lions will start with the football, so Derek Mitchell could start his redemption tour in this game.
Yeah, he had a pretty bad game last week. Stampeders shut this wide open offense down. Should be an interesting game to see what the defenses do to counteract these wide open offenses.
White shirts, orange pants for the BC Lions. They start with the football. Ball is going to be caught at about the 9-yard line, and they'll start the return. Juke move made, and he'll get all the way down to about the 32-yard line. He's taken down there, and that is where Mitchell will start things off. His two main targets, Frank Nagy and Luke Sogan. 88 and 82 on your screen, and then he'll be handing the ball off to Jared or Gerard? Jared Smith. Okay, so that's who we are looking at. So we'll see what he has on fourth down. Eskimos lining up with a bunch on the line. A couple in the box, maybe showing some extra pressure here on first down. The handoff is to Smith, and he will get absolutely nowhere on 2nd and 13 now.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect to see a lot of Winnipeg Boomers, Blue Bombers type offense here. You're not going to get a lot of running. It's just there for a show, maybe to back off the linemen a little bit so they're not pass rushing every down.
See what we have in front of us on 2nd down. Mitchell's under center. Single back is Smith. 9-step drop. Moves in the pocket. Throws on the run. Got a catch out there. That's a big one. And that is Luke Sogan, who's going to get all the way to the house on the first throw of the game. It's 6 points for the Lions.
Great read by Derek Mitchell on that one. Caught the defense playing up short. Deep ball on the post route. Snuck in around the pocket there. Nobody's going to catch him once you make open field like that.
That's fantastic work by Mitchell to take advantage of, looked like the kind of beat the safety when he came up into the pocket as well. So it'll be a extra point try coming for the Lions. 6-0 lead very early as they really quiet this home crowd.
Got to wonder if this is the beginning of a shootout.
Yeah, have to see that. Have yet to see Sean Haywood on the field as of yet for the Eskimos. See how he can retaliate. Extra point on the way as the snap, hold, and kick are good. So 7-0 as we play early. BC. First possession, first touchdown for them. We'll see what the Eskimos can do to answer.
And again, this Eskimos offense, very similar in style. They're widespread, a lot of spread offense, a lot of wide opens. They got the 2-star wide receivers you're going to introduce the fans to here.
Yep, yeah, Chris LaSalle and Shane Swords. Or Chris LaHaye, sorry. LaHaye, sorry. I thought that was an L, my bad. So Chris LaHaye and Shane Swords are going to be the main targets for Sean Haywood as that is returned back to the 30-yard line. Chris Rhodes is the main running back for this Eskimos offense, and we get introduced to them on first down here.
An interesting defense here. The Lions are one of the few teams that run a 3-4. Not that you'll see much of that today. You'll probably see more nickel and dime.
They come with 6 on the line here because of the shift. Haywood is under center. 5-step drop thrown over the middle, and that was nearly picked off. A really good play by Sean Hamilton, who jumped in front of that and nearly got the ball, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, risky play there, trying to throw to the slant in between the defensive backs there. It was pretty dicey throwing that one.
Edmonton also 1-1. They lost to Montreal. Haywood in that game, touchdown and an interception, just better than 50% completion percentage for Haywood. We'll see if he can have a better game in this effort against a very game BC defense as it works. 5-step drop again, moves in the pocket, but he's going to get taken down. 3rd and long coming as the defensive line gets home.
Oh, looks like he's hurt.
Oh, that could be bad. That
Middle linebacker Ray Broderick.
Yep.
Not good when you're getting hurt at the beginning of the game.
That is the middle linebacker. 7 tackles last week in their loss, but he goes down on the first time he gets home to the quarterback in this one. That could be a big loss for them, their Silver Star middle linebacker.
Absolutely. He's going to be the one covering tight ends and running backs. You lose a tiered defensive player. You never know what's going to happen with those generics.
Haywood may be able to take advantage over the middle now. We'll see what he has on 3rd down. Moves, throws on the run, and that's well right of the intended target. Pressure was getting to him in the pocket, and it'll be 4th down upcoming.
Yeah, good pressure there by the BC line. I think that was John Hetherington there over on defensive end, but didn't really catch the number.
Punt on the way. That's the punter Russell who's going to try to boom it downfield. Good 3 down stand for the BC Lions as they're going to get the ball back and possibly be able to put some extra points up. Kick is a good one. Got some decent distance on it. Get it down to the 38-yard line. A spin move, and he's taken down at the 42. Only a 4-yard return. BC Lions back out on the field. Derek Mitchell 1 for 1 with a touchdown pass in this game. Maybe he'll
Don't think you
throw
get a
something
much
little
better
shorter.
quarterback reading that, huh?
Yeah, that's a 158.3 for sure.
There we go. Another 3 wide receiver set.
Might be able to start it off again with another Jared Smith handoff. And nope, he's going to throw on 1st down. Throws towards the sideline. That is a grab. Another one. Broken tackle for Luke Sogan. He's already got a touchdown reception. 2 for 2 on... No, that's actually not him. Thought I saw 82. Frank Nagy. Good work from Nagy. Able to take that one in. 1st down.
1st and 10. Ball at the 43-yard.
See what they have on a new set there on the Edmonton side of the field. Under center. Handoff, and he's taken down immediately. Got lit up behind the line, did Smith, and it'll be 2nd and 12 upcoming.
Big hit. I believe that's just a generic, but big hit.
Good job getting through that line. We'll see what they have to do here. 2nd and 12 to make it a more manageable 3rd down. Under center. 5-step, throws short, looking like a small screen play, but it's not going to go anywhere. Smith ends up coming back to the quarterback. That's not good work. They'll lose 2 more.
Yeah, I kind of question those give-up type plays, the draws and the screens at 3 and 16 and 3rd and long. It really doesn't do much. It's a safe play, but not my kind of play.
Yeah, unless it's well executed. If you can get blockers downfield and actually move in an upward direction, then maybe. But yeah, you're exactly right in this case. 3rd and long upcoming. Has room over the middle. That is into double coverage, but it is caught. This time it is going to be Luke Sogan with the catch, and they have a new set of downs.
What a wobbly duck he threw there over the middle. Holy smokes. I thought everybody had a chance at that one. Look at this thing.
Oh, man.
Great catch by Sogan. Great concentration to hang on to that.
Yeah, you just guided it into the breadbasket, as it were. Hard to read those wobbling to you.
Kind of looked like a shot put.
1st and 10. At the 29, just on the outside of field goal range probably. This will be a throw looking end zone. Got it! Touchdown! It is going to be Frank Nagy this time. The receiving touchdown catch, and that is a 14-point lead pending the extra point.
Wow. Derek Mitchell is just totally making up for last week. 2 touchdowns. I think he's had 1 drop pass. Unbelievable. Just picking this defense apart.
That'll work. He did have the 1 touchdown last week, and he has ballooned his total to 3 already. or in the last 2 games. We'll see what he can do, or what they can do to add the extra point.
There we go. The excitement of the generic kickers. Here we go.
Anything can happen, no doubt about that. Snap, hold, and kick is on the way. It is good. So 14-0. The Eskimos put themselves in a tough spot. Sean Haywood and company have to retaliate soon. They can't let this get any farther out of reach.
Yeah, they're really going to need to pick it up here. Maybe use some run game to bring some of that defense up, and then maybe try a couple deep shots themselves. We'll see what happens here. Being down so high early.
If they can get Chris Rhodes the football, at the moment he hasn't been given any handoffs in this game. It's been all Haywood.
Absolutely. As I said in the opening, we're not going to see the same kind of game we saw last week.
Yeah, a little bit of an air raid in this game. Spin move to cut through a couple tackles, and it'll be a tackle at the 31 that's going to bring down the return man. This will be a 1st and 10 for Haywood. Chris Rhodes, 20 carries, only 48 yards last week. Had a catch for 2 yards out of the backfield as well in that losing effort, so not a key part of this offense as it seems. We'll
Possible running out formation here.
We'll see. Nope, it'll be a throw. To the outside, it ends up being a swing pass. Looks like it is to Rhodes. That's a big spin move to break a tackle, and he will get a 1st down. Very, very good work from Chris Rhodes, number 42 on the outside.
Yeah, even though they're not going to use a run game, they still have to get Chris involved, whether it's short passes to the outside or screens or whatnot. They still have to get him involved to bring the defense up, or they're just going to sit in a cover 3, cover 4 all day long.
Good work. Sean Hamilton was teamed up on a tackle for BC on that to the outside. New set of downs. They're just at the 41, inching closer to that midfield stripe. Still very early in this football game. 7:33 left in the first quarter. Split backs for Haywood. Nine-step drop, throws, and that is to the outside. They're going to call that a catch, a 5-yard completion. And so Ray Broderick's injury report came back. A poke to the eye is what sent him to the sidelines.
A little WWE action there. Little heel turn going on.
We got 2 Nature Boy Ric Flair references in 2 games happening right now.
There you go. all we need is a woo, and I think we'll be good to go.
Haywood's going to hand that off to Rhodes, and he's going to get nowhere. He gets dropped back at the 43-yard line because of forward progress.
Yeah, great coverage there on the toss. This defense is fairly quick. It's not the powerhouse defense that we saw last week from Hamilton on the inside, but on the outside they're pretty quick.
Haywood under center again. They like that split backs formation. There's only 4 on the line. A lot of coverage backs in for BC. 9-step drop. Laser over the middle. That's a catch, and it's going to go all the way to the house. That is Chris LeHay with the touchdown, and the Eskimos are back in it.
LeHay, he's been turning into Sean Haywood's favorite receiver over the first couple weeks of the season. He's been the number 1 target, hands down. You see just a little skinny post, and off to the races.
Yeah, gets right behind
the safeties, but
yeah, he's right behind the safeties. Not sure if the safeties got confused. Maybe each of them thought they had help over the top. Not so much. He is gone, and they are down only a possession now.
Almost looked like they had a linebacker on coverage there, which would just be silly on a wide receiver like LeHay.
Well, especially with the amount of coverage backs we saw in the formation. That would have been interesting for sure. But either way, Eskimos on the board. That gets the crowd back into this football game. Extra point going to be on its way soon. Takes them a whole minute to execute that drive. That kick is up and through. And it is 14-7 after each team having 2 possessions.
And so far, this game's lived up to the hype as far as the chuck and duck type offenses.
A little bit of an air raid in oil country.
Yeah, and as you pointed out, it's quite interesting to see the Eskimos running that 2-back spread. Maybe, I don't know if they're using it more for protection or if it's just to throw a different look at the BC defense.
BC's going to get the football back. Derek Mitchell and company. Return is going to get down to the 28-yard line, and that is where they will start their third drive. 2 touchdowns so far on 2 possessions for the BC Lions. Derek Mitchell, very, very efficient passing attack and not really needing a ton from Jared Smith.
Not so far, no. I mean, you're going to need him later on in the game if you continue to hold the lead. You're going to want to run the clock down because you can only do that so much with the passing game.
His 2 main targets, Sogan and Nagy, both with a touchdown apiece. And it'll be a 5-step drop on first down. Throws left. He has a man out there, but that is going to be out of bounds. Looking for Sogan. And he's able to bring it in, but well beyond the white chalk.
Good throw there, or a good route there. He just bad throw. He threw it to the wrong side. If he had kept it upfield, he could have been gone to the house.
131 yards through the air already. He is rocking the 158.3 as we thought for the QB rating. Under center.
Looks like they got some double coverage on the slot.
Handoff. Smith has a little bit of room through the middle, makes it a more manageable third down. It'll be 3rd and a nickel.
Yeah, and again, like I said, that's what you're going to see out of these 2 offenses is the running game's more of a pass to open up the offense for your run. We'll run maybe once every 4 or 5 plays at best.
4 on the line for the Eskimos. They're going to try to get home on Mitchell. Pressure is coming, moving in the pocket and then taken down low, and that hurt. But it is a big sack for the Eskimos. They'll force a 4th down.
Brad Greenholm here just splits the defenders. That big body of his, and he comes. Mitchell had nowhere to go. His pocket was collapsing.
Had a sack last week, has one this week now as well in the first quarter. Plenty of time to get more total than that. Punt upcoming for BC. This will reverse the field position game, give the Eskimos a chance to possibly tie this game. That was nearly blocked, but they don't quite get home, and that is a fair catch that is called for at the 35-yard line. Haywood back on the field.
One thing I've noticed so far in the first couple weeks, 3 weeks of the WFL, the punting game has been spectacular, to say the least. There hasn't even been a run back yet in any of the games, so something to watch for. Maybe we'll see one today. Let's hope.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. That'd be sweet no matter what, but special teams coverage has been good on everybody we've seen so far. Under center is Haywood. He will hand it off. Has some room. Spin move. Gets about 5 yards. Good work by Chris Rhodes to get a couple.
My goodness, if Rhodes hadn't done that spin move and had to just shift it to the right, he may have been running and still running.
Still running. Take a
Bad
look at
choice
LaHaye.
of moves there. If he had just made a move to the right, he could have been long gone.
Haywood
There's a
running
split back 3 wide receiver set again.
2 backs behind him. Haywood has a target deep. That is a grab, and it's going to go to the 10. 5. Can they run him out? They cannot. To the house, and another touchdown through the air. This time, Shane Swords is the recipient.
My goodness, what kind of game have we got going on here? Holy smokes. Great play. Unfortunate that the defensive back fell down, but Swords maintains his balance, and nobody's going to catch him after that.
Diving interception chance is what he was trying for there, and Swords just beat him to it.
Yeah, just a straight go route. Nothing special there. Just beat him down the field.
So that is the 4th touchdown we've seen in the first quarter. We are on pace for, I believe, 96 points. The way this game is going.
It is possible with a couple of these teams to see that. I've earlier in the, I believe it was week 1, Montreal put up 43. So
kick is on the way, and it is good. You know, I say that we're only a little better than halfway through this first quarter as well, so we could even see a total of maybe 42 points total by the end of the first. Which,
let's hope not. There's going to be maybe some fired defensive coordinators if that's the case.
We're on pace for 168 points total between the two rosters if that's the case. Quick math, no problem. It'll be the Eskimos getting the football at the 7-yard line. Return game is going to get to him, though. The coverage team is good. It'll get down to the 29. but no farther than that.
Well, let's see if Derek Mitchell can answer the answer.
Yeah. All of a sudden, 14 unanswered points by the Eskimos have put them into a tie ball game. Mitchell's going to do what he can.
Going to settle down a little bit into a more methodical offenses.
I mean, you would think it would have to, but I guess, it doesn't really have
these
to.
wide receivers keep getting behind the defensive backs like they have been.
Mitchell throws on first down. That is tipped and nearly intercepted. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Double coverage there. Jesse Thompson dropping back into coverage instead of rushing. It's his hand on it. Good play.
Good work. As actually, Mustard did have a chance at that football even after the tip, but it doesn't quite matter. 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Generic tight end strikes again.
2nd and 10.
See if maybe they get Jared Smith involved here.
Eskimos think they're running to the right.
And they are not. 5-step drop from Mitchell. Throws on a drop over the middle, and that is perfectly placed. Really, really good-looking pass that Frank Nagy will bring down. He has himself a nice one over the middle.
Yeah, these wide receivers are just phenomenal. Watch this catch.
That's
Triple
a dime,
coverage.
too.
Beautiful pass.
Yep.
Nobody else is getting that but Nagy.
And either that or it's hitting the ground. That's a really, really nice dime that Mitchell dropped in there.
A lot better than that duck he threw earlier.
But to be fair, the duck was still caught.
Absolutely.
Ball's at the 48 in Eskimo territory. Quick drop, throw to the outside. And toe drag does count it for a catch. 4-yard completion. And another
would
one
be a
for
good time
second.
to remind reviewers that you only need 1 foot in the WFL. It's not a 2-foot league, so if you ever see that and wonder what in the world's going on,
Yep.
that's the rules here in the WFL.
That'll work. 2nd and 6.
Looks like they might be coming.
Yep, extra pressure on the way. Not going to matter in this case, as it'll be a handoff to Smith to go really nowhere, and that'll be a 3rd and 6 upcoming.
That was almost like a run blitz, to be honest, more than a pass rushing blitz. Try and shut they must have thought there was a running play coming. So few and far between. How do you know?
Yeah, 2nd down would have been a good place to do it, though, so maybe they're just banking on the law of averages there. See what 3rd and 6 has for us. Mitchell under center. Has a 7-step. Looks to throw. Holds onto the ball a little bit too long, but he lives to tell about it. It'll be a 1st down over the middle. This one, too. Mustard, the tight end.
Talk about patience in the pocket there. Holy smokes. He had guys all around him, and I think he got plowed just as he let go of that ball.
1st and 10.
Just about 3 minutes left in the first quarter of play. Eskimos backing up in their own end on the outside of field goal range for the moment. Quick drop. Mitchell with a sling blade over to the right side, and that is a grab for Luke Sogan. He's got 4 catches this evening. 2 of them, I believe, have gone. No, one of them has gone for touchdown, and that is a great 1st down into deep Eskimo territory.
Risky throw here on the double coverage, the corner route, but threw it where only Sogan could catch it.
Was that a one-handed catch by Sogan?
It sure looked like it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's the only place that he could have thrown it, and he put it right on the money.
Mitchell, handoff. Smith gets a couple, no further than that, and it'll be down to the 17.
You got to think at some point they may open up in the middle there with all this passing going around that at some point they're going to be able to run a nice draw or something in there with Smith. He's going to get some good yardage.
16-yard line.
Under center is Mitchell. Long drop, looking to throw. That is a sack. Eric Walker able to get to him and bring him down to reverse field position a little.
A generic end there. Got to wonder if the lack of tiered players on the defensive line may affect the passing game or the defensive backs here for Edmonton. All they really have is Brad Greenholm up there in the defensive tackle.
Eskimo country getting loud, trying to will their team to a stop on 3rd and 13. Be a nice moral victory to keep them to 3 here if they can. Over the middle, Mitchell, end zone, tipped and incomplete. 4th down upcoming, and the field goal unit will be on the field.
And we got ourselves a gunslinger, man. Does he trust his arm to throw it into triple coverage over the middle? Holy smokes.
He gets some good velocity on those throws as well. He's not firing little ducks in there with the exception of the one. He is absolutely putting some force behind these throws. Yeah. They gotta hurt when they're coming in.
Shades of Brett Favre right there. And now always the fun part, the generic kicker. Anything outside of 30 yards.
38.
Flipping a coin.
38 is the attempt here. As they get lined up, snap is low, kick is on the way, and it is good. So it's through, 3 points on the board. The BC Lions take a 17-14 lead.
Good answer back by BC after 2 straight touchdowns for the Eskimos.
It's a tough snap for the holder to grab, too. It took a lot longer for Barrow to get into position to kick that because of that low snap, but able to recover nicely and put it up.
Those are the ones you expect the generic kicker to miss, and he actually hit this one, so that's always a good thing.
BC going to kick it away one more time. Minute 17 left, and 18, now 17 left in the first quarter of play. Oh, it'll get through down to the 36-yard line. And Sean Haywood back out on the field to try to answer the 3 points.
Quite the entertaining first quarter, I would say, huh, Curtis?
Yeah.
My goodness.
31 points as we speak right now, and there's plenty of time left for another at least 7.
Again, going with that 2-back spread offense set. They must like what they see out of that formation.
I mean, it's bared fruit of the moment. With there being 2 touchdowns off of that. See if they can continue that. Handoff to Chris. Rhodes going to get a few going forward. 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3.
That's a nice little run there. I guess maybe this is why they're running this 2-back set, that they can go both throw and pass out of it. Or pass and run, excuse me. And get themselves a good gainer on the first down.
Wouldn't be surprised if Rhodes gets his ball one more time. See,
yeah, it looks like more of a running formation here. This is a jumbo set.
And he will get the toss, but he will get nowhere. Gets lit up behind the line, loses 4 in the process. It'll be 3rd and 7 upcoming thanks to a nice tackle.
Very strange play call right there to go the jumbo set and then to run to the outside. Would have thought an inside run might have been more appropriate there.
Yeah, he had no blockers with him, and Curtis Shuttler just said, "Thank you very much." Came and made a nice open field tackle.
Yep, shut him right down.
3rd and 7. Quick throw right side, and that is a wide receiver, I think, who tripped on his route. That is not going to work. It'll be 4th and 7.
I don't know if that was a trip or their defensive back got away with a little rough enough to the wide receiver there.
Potentially. Either
Possible.
way,
Missed
non-call.
Class interference.
Non-call.
What is this, the first or second possession this quarter without a score?
Second.
Wow.
No, third total. Because
total.
there has been 2 punts. So a lot of possessions going rapid fire. That's because the possessions that do score do not take a ton of time to do so. And this will be a good punt all the way down to the 24-yard line where it was received, then gets lit up at the 27. And that is where Derek Mitchell and company will start this next drive.
Mouse Davis and June Jones would be pretty happy watching these offenses right now. They're running shoot action all over the place.
And that ball is going to be incomplete. So we have a 17-14 game at the end of the first quarter of play in Edmonton. Good first. We've got 3 more frames left. Only a 3-point game. Back with it in the second quarter of play. Under center is going to be Mitchell. So they're going right to left now. They switch sides. And this will be Mitchell's throw over the middle into double coverage at least. And that is a nice grab. And that is a first down as Nagy gets into it.
Yeah, nice little medium in. Got the defenders behind him so he could block him out. Almost a little bit of basketball there.
Good
Guys
catch.
are all over him, though.
41-yard line is where he's taken down.
First and 10.
They'll line up
Interesting
again.
approaches these two teams are taking on offense. As you see, the Lions are going more with a 2 tight end type formations.
Handoff and an immediate hit at the line of scrimmage down to the 41 still. It'll be 2nd and 10. Really, really good looking hit by, that is Ron Lowe's. No, not sorry. That's Jesse Thompson who got into him.
Second and 9.
Having to play so much nickel, you're not getting to see Jesse up on the line doing what he does best, which is rush the passer. He's been dropping into coverage quite a bit so far today.
Mitchell calling something at the line. Might see something in that defense. 5-step, thrown toward the outside, and that is Nagy with another catch. He will get taken out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
That little quick out there, Mitchell changed the play. Obviously saw something he liked, and the quick out made the play. Got, 3 yards, 5 yards there. So
Yep. That'll work. Makes it a manageable 3rd down. See what Mitchell has for us on 3rd down. Haven't seen many of them. What we have seen 3rd down wise of more or less been incomplete passes. It'll be a handoff looking for the first, and he's not going to get there. He's going to get taken down before he can get to the marker, and they get stopped at the 49. Punt upcoming for BC.
poor decision there by Jared Smith. Had he cut to the left, he would have easily made that first down.
So the Eskimos might be pinned back depending on how this punt goes. Up and diving attempt at the block, not able to get to it. It'll be down to the 12-yard line. An immediate hit, and he's taken down at the 13. And that's where Haywood will come out and do work.
Do work. Okay.
Do work. Yeah, come out and do work.
You could have caught me off guard with that one.
First and 10. From your Eve.
Nickel defense once again.
Split backs again for the Eskimos as well. Looks to throw over the middle, and that is a grab, and that's a nice first down catch from Chris LaHaye.
Pretty brave by LaHaye to jump up and get this one. Knew he was going to get hit when it came. Perfect timing. Great throw by Haywood.
Good.
Big hit
work.
by, I believe that's Sean Hamilton with that hit.
First and 10. Ball at the 30-yard line.
Ball at the 30. 8:41 on the game clock as we inch closer and closer to the halftime whistle.
Sorry, my bad. That wasn't Sean Hamilton at all. Wrong team.
That's a throw over the middle and a catch. First
Catch
down
that?
and one more. Yes, he did.
Holy smokes.
Another
He was
good one
surrounded
from
there.
Chris LaHaye.
Absolutely surrounded. This guy is fearless over the middle. A little slant in the middle and 3 guys around him.
First and 10. From your Eve.
41-yard line. Got to get to
My bad.
midfield for our first.
Haywood's been putting his receivers in danger here.
A little setup screen play, and that's going to be a tackle at the 48. 2nd and 3 upcoming.
Was that a screenplay to an offensive lineman? I believe that was. How does that work?
Apparently
He was a 60 number.
checked in. He checked in as an eligible receiver, I guess.
You have to check with the commissioner on that one. Huh? That's interesting.
Handoff over the middle to Chris Rhodes. Goes absolutely nowhere. It'll be 3rd and 4. It's
Yeah.
pretty intense.
Great plate there by Pete Dearman.
Yep.
Pushed the pocket back and claps the pocket on top of Rhodes. He had nowhere to go.
4 tackles and a sack for Dearman last week against Calgary. looking to make a statement here against the Eskimos as well. Haywood throws over the middle, and that is another catch. This one, another one for LaHaye, it looks like, and they have a first down.
Yeah, it looks like the Eskimos are starting to run with a short passing game. They beat the Lions D so much up deep, they're playing well off the ball, and it's giving all these underneath routes open.
Good adjustment there by the Eskimos, too, basically taking what the defense will give.
You see they're backing off 5, 6, 7, 10, 12 yards. Might as well.
Don't want to let LaHaye beat you deep, and that'll be a handoff to Rhodes. He'll break through 1, but not 2. And he'll get down to the 42-yard line inside of BC territory.
Nothing special here. Rhodes breaks a tackle coming through. This is about what I expected to see out of the Eskimos run game.
2nd and 7 from the Cougars, 42 yards.
See what they have in store for us on 2nd and 8. Haywood looking to throw, has plenty of time in the pocket. Throw to the outside. Checkdowns worked, but it did not get very far. And that will be Curtis Shuttler on the stop one more time. And it'll be a 3rd down on the way.
Interesting play call coming up here. Do you think we'll still see this 2 back, 3 wide receiver, or maybe they spread it out a little more?
I mean, it'd give them a little more protection in the pocket, and they will go with that. So see if they can get a little more. They've had some pretty good time in the pocket, only the 1 sack given up today. And that's a throw to the outside, intercepted. And that is going back the other way, and that is caught and returned to the 34-yard line. And was that Shuttler? It very well might have been. It was Curtis Shuttler with his first interception.
Yeah, I don't know if this was a poor route or bad throw. Looks like he underthrew the ball there. And if he had thrown it over the top, he might have had another one of those long touchdowns. Instead, Curtis with a great catch.
Monte back shoulder there for sure. He put it definitely in the wrong spot. Shuttler able to turn around on it and get to it. That'll give Mitchell the football, and the BC Lions are back on the field.
See if they can capitalize.
1st and 10. Handoff. Through the middle. Jared Smith not going very far, but he'll get a 1. 2nd and 9 on the way.
Good open field tackle there by Ronnie Lowe's. Kind of what you expect from him in the middle. I think those open field tackles on these spread formations.
Under center is Mitchell. He's got a bunch of receivers to his right. Jared Smith behind him. 9-step drop. Mitchell over the middle. That is tipped and nearly intercepted. Probably should have been intercepted, but it'll hit the turf harmlessly, and it'll be 3rd down on the way.
Wow, that was a risky throw by Mitchell. I mean, I know he's got a cannon for an arm, but you can't throw it through 3 guys.
That was Norm Braun, I do believe, on the attempted interception. Unable to bring that one home.
And he's got to be upset with himself he didn't pull that one in.
Mitchell's under center again. Drops it back. Long drop. Has to move up in the pocket, and he's going to get taken down again. Sack. And that is 4th and 14. That's a nice way to force a punt for the Eskimos defense.
I think that was generic again. I don't think that was Brad Greenholm, and that's where they get most of their pass rush when they're running their nickels and dimes.
Very well may have been him. I thought I saw a 7, but I didn't see a 9 that I saw. So either way, if it was Greenholm, fantastic. Either way, it's a punt. And BC's going to kick it deep downfield, get it down to the 32. Broken tackle, not much more than that, as it'll get taken down to the 38.
As I said earlier, it's been quite excellent special teams coverage so far this year in the WFL. I'm very impressed.
Coordinators on their game. We will see if we have some BC points in front of us here, as we've really caught a scoring stalemate. Well, these teams defensively
scored all the points in the first quarter to.
We need to borrow some points for the first quarter just for the fun and entertainment. Penalty on the play. I do believe we're going to have a pass interference here.
I was just going to say the exact same thing. Has to be.
Roughing the passer.
Oh, maybe. Wow.
Defense.
Okay, that is on the That's on a generic. No, that is on John Hetherington.
I was going to say, I think that's Johnny Hetherington.
Yep. So BC gets penalized a roughing the passer penalty, gets the ball all the way back to the 47-yard line.
He's their main pass rusher on this defense. He hasn't really put himself forward much, unlike last week when we saw Ryan Curtis wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Had 3 sacks, should have been more like 5 or 6. We saw from Curtis last week in the game of the week. This will be a long drop back for Haywood. Haywood on the run, throwing, and it's picked off one more time. And this one has a run back. Is it Shuttler again? No, this time Matt Craig jumps up and gets it.
Another questionable decision there. I mean, if he gets that in there, you're going to see that wide receiver gone to the house. But
yep,
that was a pretty risky throw to throw it into that cover 2 into that spot there.
I think there was a couple of famous NFL coaches that called that the turkey hole he was trying to put that ball into, and it did not work out. 1st and 10. Mitchell under center. First play from scrimmage after the interception. That is a catch, but it's right into traffic, and he'll get taken down. Myers the generic. It'll be 2nd and 5 upcoming.
Look at these passing yards at the half. This is insane. 200 yards almost each.
Yeah, I was going to say almost 400 between the two of them. That's pretty crazy. Mitchell over the 200-yard mark.
This is more of a passing league, so you're going to probably see numbers like that more often than not.
Hand off to Smith, and he'll get absolutely nowhere. In fact, he'll lose a yard.
Greenholm?
Yes, that one is Greenholm.
He was all over that play. He just collapsed that pocket.
Tackle and a sack last week in their loss against Montreal. The crowd getting loud for the defense.
I believe Greenholm is leading the team in sacks as well.
That's a throw short, tipped and nearly intercepted. That was a cluster, but it'll be 4th down on the way.
Chinese fire drills right there in the middle of the field.
I do believe Jesse Thompson got credit for the tipped ball after it was tipped once initially by the wide receiver.
Hot potato, big time on that one.
Another punt on the way. They'll attempt to pin down the Eskimos.
See, they can coffin this thing.
Kick is up and away. It'll get down to about the 15-yard line. He'll get taken down at the 16. So here we go. Eskimos trying to do some damage before the end of the first half. They have 3 minutes to do so, and then they'll get the ball back at the start of the second.
See if Haywood can get his accuracy back under control after a couple questionable throws. Sticking with that 2-back set.
Yep, they keep on it. Looks to throw. Throws short, and it'll be a catch at the 19-yard line. 2nd and 7 on the way.
Yeah, a little curl play there for the
tight
end sitting in the zone. Just sat down in the zone, gave him more of an outlet. I think they were trying to go deep there.
Haywood with the split back again to the 3 wideout set. 9-step drop, throws a laser over the right side, and that is going to be a grab. Another one for Chris LeHay, his 5th reception, and he's got more yards to add to it.
Great throw here by Haywood. LeHay on a little corner route, I believe, again. Oh, post corner. Right in that little opening in the cover, too.
Yep.
What was that you called it earlier?
The turkey hole. Yep.
I don't even want to know where that reference came from.
All right, 2-minute warning is upon us in Edmonton. Got more football on the way. Eskimos looking to make a dent and take the lead possibly as we go towards the locker rooms.
You got to wonder if maybe BC starts blitzing a little more. Probably apply a little pressure here on Haywood for the end of the half. Doesn't look like it, though.
4 on the line. Looking to throw. Out to the outside. That is a catch and getting to the white chalk and out of bounds. Good one there from Swords. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And these two wide receivers are definitely living up to their reputation today. I think they're both over 100 yards or close to it. LaHaye is for sure. I'm not sure about Swords, but they're definitely living up to their reputation.
2nd and 2.
2 interceptions so far for Haywood. Still has a rating over 111. Thanks to the 2 touchdowns he has. Pitch play to Chris Rhodes. He is going to go absolutely nowhere. 3rd and 3 upcoming as they are still, they are at least into BC territory, but not far into it.
Good play by the Lions defense there, but you got to question the call there by the Eskimos. I mean, they've been having so much success in the air. And you decide to run in the 2 minute with 2 minutes less than 2 minutes and a half. Gotta wonder. Looks like they're coming.
Yep, extra pressure. No, yeah, only 4. Looks like over the middle. That is a grab at the 30-yard line, and another really, really good one. But from Chris LaHaye again?
Yeah.
It is. No, Swords. That is Swords.
That was that one almost went back the other way. The safety flashed in there to try and grab it. Missed it by a little bit. Luckily, Swords was there to make the catch.
2 backs for Haywood. Just on the outside of field goal range. Hands off to Rhodes, and it goes absolutely nowhere. They start the no huddle. 52 seconds on the clock before the end of the first half. This will be a throw over the middle, and 3 Lions converge on him. The Eskimos do call a timeout. Forward progress puts them at the 24-yard line. It's 3rd and 3.
Almost a wasted play there, running that running play. I mean, you used burn a timeout when they probably didn't need to if they hadn't ran that running play. But once again, like we said last week, that's why they're the coaches and we're not.
Under center. Haywood. Line teasing like they're going to send some extra pressure, and they back off. Throw to the outside. That was nearly a pick 6. Shuttler jumps in and nearly takes that to the house. It'll be 4th and 3.
Wow, what is it they say? That's why they play defensive backs, because they just don't have the hands. My goodness, Shuttler should have been running to the other end. We should be calling touchdown the other way right now.
So a field goal attempt upcoming with 39 seconds left in the half. Be a 41-yarder if he can hit it.
Yikes.
Scary times. They can tie the ball game if they can hit it, though. Snap is good. Hold good. Kick is on the way. And it is through 41 yards on the button from the Eskimo special teams unit. And that is a 17-all game as we close into the end of the first half.
I'll be jinxing myself here, but we've actually seen some good kicking today from the generic kickers. That's probably just asking for trouble in the second half.
Find some wood somewhere. Knock on it.
Mm-hmm. I'd be curious to see if BC decides to just run the clock out or if they decide to run some plays and see if they can get some more points before the half.
Got 35 seconds to decide to do something minus whatever this return takes. This will get down to the 7-yard line. Brought in there. Coverage good. It'll get down to the 27, and with 31 on the clock, Mitchell's out for another possession.
I mean, if this is me, I would think they're just going to run the clock out, run a couple running plays, and head to the locker room satisfied with a tie at the half. Let's see what they do here.
Mitchell is under center. Handoff, and that is exactly what they're going to do. They're just probably going to run the clock out. 25 now on the clock. They're in no hurry to take any kind of timeout, it looks like.
Makes sense. That far, I mean, if they had got a respectable run back and got up around the 40, then maybe take a shot, but not this far back in their own end.
208 through the air, 2 touchdowns, and a 143 rating for Mitchell as he will walk into the locker room with a pretty good half under his belt. They'll get one more play off. He's going to be in the pocket, then get taken down. Sack for that might have... No, not quite. That was a generic. So no big deal. That is going to end, I believe, the first half of play.
Yeah, a little push from generic players. Probably between that and Greenholm, it's about the only pass rush they've gotten.
So halftime is upon us in Edmonton. 17-all between the BC Lions and the Edmonton Eskimos. We will be back after the halftime break, and we'll have you at the start of the third quarter. Stay there. Back for the third quarter in Edmonton as we are just about set for the third frame. And it is the Eskimos playing host to the BC Lions. 17-all after 2 quarters of play. And the Eskimos are going to get the football first as we start up the third.
Interesting to see if the Eskimos stick with this 2-back, 3-wide receiver formation they've been using most of the game, or if they go to a more traditional spread or tighten it back down to traditional 1 tight end.
Yeah, it'll be a return to the 28, so not a lot going on there. And Sean Haywood looking to come out and put some points up. They tied the game with a field goal in the last minute of the first half. Now they're going to look to try to take the lead for the first time in this game.
Looked like the BC defense sort of settled the Eskimos offense down, kept them in check that second quarter. So see if they stay with the same game plan.
Under center is Haywood, throws, and that's actually caught. It was the way that reacted was an interception, but not so much. That is another catch for LaHaye, I do believe. Yes, it is over the middle.
How does Ron Lowe's not catch this ball?
That one right there, yeah. I thought for sure that was an interception. I was ready to call it.
That was middle linebacker Ronnie Lowe's, and how he didn't catch that ball, I'll never know.
LaHaye's been the primary target for Sean Haywood. 7 receptions. He lines up at the top of your screen. Swords at the bottom. 4 on the line for the defense. Haywood throws towards that bottom part of the screen, and that is an attempt for LaHaye. Shuttler comes in and knocks it down.
Shuttler's this week's version of Ryan Curtis, I swear. Instead of touchdowns, though, sacks, it's picks. This is the second pick six he should have had. He was all over this.
Yeah, absolutely. Should have definitely brought it down. BC would have loved to force a third turnover from Haywood.
Starting to wonder if maybe he's got some concrete work in his family, because he sure has got some cement hands.
Can't grip a thing. Under center. Haywood with split backs. 9-step drop. Looks in the pocket, and he's going to get taken down. 3rd and 10. Upcoming at the Eskimos 41.
Johnny Hetherington finally putting a little pressure on the quarterback there. He's been pretty much stifled all game today, other than that one knockdown earlier in the game.
3rd and 10. Ball at the 42-yard line.
Under center. 4 on the line again for BC. Plenty of coverage backs on a 3rd and 10.
It's like a cover 2 here.
Looking over the middle, moving in the pocket, trying to evade a sack, and it's not going to work. BC gets home on the defensive line, and that is a really, really nice sack behind the line of scrimmage.
Pete Dearman.
Yep. Second time tonight.
I don't know if he beat the double team. He did. Started with a double team.
I believe it's 2 sacks for him this evening, and that's a really, really good one on 3rd down to force a punt. That'll give BC back the football for their first possession of the second half.
And that's what BC needs, is a little pressure. If they're just going to rush 4, they got to get pressure from Dearman and Hetherington.
This will be down to the 25-yard line, return to the 29. That's where Mitchell and company are going to start this drive. BC on the field for the first time after the intermission.
I'm starting to wonder if maybe you might see a little more Jared Smith this half, or try and bring the defense down and then go for that over-the-top ball once again.
Oh, that turkey hole reference, John Gruden.
Oh, there you go.
That sounds like a John Gruden quote if I ever heard one.
So they're coming.
Yeah, they are indeed. The pitch to the outside might be able to break him loose, but nothing doing is he'll get at least one as Jared Smith gets the football for the first time in the second half.
My goodness, if Shane Swordzer had just shifted his block just a touch, he would have sprung Smith for a long one. There was nobody there if he had gotten to the outside.
Safety came up to make the play, Norm Braun. Under center is Mitchell. Only back is going to be Smith. The backup is going to be a swing pass out. One-handed grab, the spin, and he'll get taken down at the 34-yard line. 3rd and a nickel upcoming.
Wow, that's Mitchell actually cost Smith some yards there. If he had thrown it in front of him instead of behind him, could have got up the field a lot quicker, maybe even kind of closer to the first down.
And catching it in stride. That's definitely a goal. Unable to do that on that play. Got to get to the 39-yard line for a first. Looking to throw, and did he get rid of it? He did. Incomplete pass, but not before Brad Greenholm got to him to take him down, and that is a 4th and 5.
And Greenholm being a disruptive force in the middle today, is just handling the offensive line, just pushing everybody out of the way to get there. Once again, knocks the rhythm out of BC's offense.
Eskimos be smart to send some extra blocking help. And not going to happen. Coverage team going to try to get downfield. Ball is going to land at the 30-yard line, and that is an immediate tackle at the 32. Haywood back on the field.
I think that might have actually been a poor decision if he had gone left. Looked like there might have been an opening there.
Yep, not enough coverage to stop him from at least getting some yards going to the left. Either that or call a fair catch. Don't take that kind of hit.
No.
Haywood. Split backs behind him.
Again.
Yep, this has been the consistent look that the Eskimos have decided to give. Swing pass to the outside to Rhodes. Has some room. Spins through one and gets the first down. That's a good play to get them into the 43-yard line as they continue to move forward.
My goodness, Chris Rhodes should give Ronnie Lowe's his underwear back because he just spun him right out of him. Watch this. How you doing?
1st and 10. New set of downs. Handoff. Rhodes again. Has to get through his own blocking first. Can't do that. It'll be 2nd and 10 as he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, blocking assignments definitely failed there. It broke down. And
Oh, hey, look, it's Broderick. Yep.
Yes, he's back. Ray Broderick with
After
tackle.
the
That's good. He's
poke
back.
to the eye.
Yes. got fixed up by the doctor, maybe a couple drops or whatnot. Let's go.
Under center. Handoff. Rhodes has some running room, trying to break through 2 tackles. If he had actually turned upfield, gone right, he might have actually gotten some more yards there. Either way, a good rush on 2nd down to make it a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, they needed to do that to at least keep the BC defense honest a little bit. Not that it's going to matter much, but
3rd and 2.
they keep opening holes like that because of the pass offense. Makes a difference.
Pace of the game has slowed down an absolute ton from the first quarter. Things have gone down to a dull roar, to say the least, thrown over the middle, and that's a 1st down into BC territory. The generic tight end gets a catch. It'll be 1st and 10.
Big hit by Ronnie Lois trying to dislodge the ball. Just didn't make it happen, but that's pretty brave to come across the middle like that.
1st and 10. From the Cougars.
And we haven't heard called his name in a while. Maybe it's time for Chris LaHaye to make something happen here.
He's got 7 receptions so far. I think actually he might have 8 now. See what he's got cooking on a 1st and 10. Handoff instead. And Rhodes gets more yards. He's got his average up quite a bit now. 2nd and 5 upcoming here as he gets a couple.
Yeah, this is kind of the offense that both of these teams run, where they throw the ball to open up the lanes for passing. It seems to be starting to work a little bit for the Eskimos. Lions playing a lot of nickel defense.
4 on the line here. Another pitch play to Rhodes, and he's not going to go anywhere on that play. 3rd and 7 as they're still on the outside of field goal range.
Johnny Etherington had enough of that. All right, this is enough of this, Mr. Rhodes. Let's put you on your backside.
3rd and 6 from the Cougars, 38-yard line.
See what they do with these 2-star wide receivers. Looks like they get another cover 2 look going.
Need to get to the 32 for a 1st down. Backing up very, very long is Haywood, tipped over the middle, and that is incomplete. And it'll be 4th and 7. Leahy, the intended target, 7 for 11 on those targets. And
That was he tried to force that one in there. Holy smokes! Guys all around him, I don't think he would have got that one in, no matter how hard he could throw the ball.
Your E's are back to punt. Goodwin is deep to receive.
Back at the midfield stripe, and a little bit longer is the punter. And try to pin them down deep. Expect this one to go towards the sideline. It'll go towards the left. Anyway, the bounce, and a high bounce is going to let the Eskimos down it. But wait.
Oh, what happened there?
They
He
are
caught
going to
that.
mark it at the 20. I think that might be an officiating error.
That should have been. He caught that at about the 3-yard line there.
Yeah, that's what I thought
What
too.
are they going to say? His momentum carried him in?
1st and 10 from
I guess maybe that's what they're saying. Momentum carried him into the end zone, and it's a touchback.
Interesting. Well, either way, that changes things a little bit as BC now has the ball at the 20. Still a tie ball game. Thrown over the middle. Has a catch as he found him. But there is a penalty marker on the field. You saw the ref throw it there after the play was done. See what Stripes has to say.
Sorry, saw this in week 1. I think they're going to get him for roughing the personal foul.
Late hit, number 47, defense. 15-yard penalty.
All right.
Down.
Saw
BC,
this
late
same
hit.
call in week 1. Sorry to interrupt you there, Curtis.
Norm Braun.
Exact same play in week 1.
See where this happened. Oh, yeah, he fell on top of him after he was already down.
Mm-hmm.
That is not what you want to do if you are Norm Braun, but that is going to cost them 15 yards down to the Eskimos' 48-yard line.
Maybe Derek Mitchell could make some hay here and start chucking the ball around again.
Haven't seen points since the latter half of the second half in the form of a field goal. Haven't seen a touchdown since the first quarter. And that is an interesting play for Smith, but he's able to spin his way to a gain of 1 after he ended up moving backwards to go forward.
What was he dodging there in the backfield? Did he see something in the sod that he didn't like, or a little "how you doing" to nobody in particular?
Luke Sogan, 131 through the air receiving right now, 5 for 6 on targets. He's got a touchdown. Thrown short. That is going to be getting him down to the 41-yard line. I do believe that is Sogan who is able to bring that one in.
Yeah, Sogan tends to be the underneath guy in this offense, and LaHaye tends to be the over-top guy, so you'll tend to see him run a lot of those crossing routes and little ins and things like that.
Sogan the underneath guy, Nagy the long guy. See what Mitchell has for us. Short drop back, thrown over the middle, finds the seam, and that
Sogan
first
again.
down.
Believe so.
And yes, it is indeed Sogan one more time. His 7th catch.
See what they do here.
1st and 10. New set as they are just on the precipice of field goal range. Bunch of receivers to their right. Mitchell with the long drop back has some time. Might have been holding behind the line of scrimmage there if I saw that right, but Sogan's going to get credit for another catch.
Holy smokes, a holder. I don't know, he had a guy in his face. Threw it into triple coverage. I think he did everything you could possibly do wrong on that play, and he still made it happen.
1st and 10, or 2nd and 1, I should say. Down to the Eskimos 23.
Logic dictates they're probably going to run the ball here.
Haven't seen a run from Smith in a little while.
Looks like they're coming. Oh,
Nope,
they back
no.
out of it.
Indeed. Mitchell's going to have to throw, though. He does get it away somehow, and that is going to be a catch. What was that? Sogan on the other end of it.
That was quite the follow-through by Mitchell. He's got some flexibility, he does. Brad Greenholm all over him.
What is that? Sogan
Oh.
to the outside. That's a first down and their 1st and goal.
And here we go. You got to credit Mitchell with making a play.
Are challenging.
So challenge on the field. The Eskimos wanted to take a look and see if it was out of bounds.
Sure looked like he got his foot down.
Yeah, it looked like it from my end, too. Let's see.
It's hard not
See
to
this
watch
throw
that.
again anyway. There was one foot down, I think, at the bottom of your screen. Looked good
Possible
to
his
me.
heel touched the
After
the.
review, the pass has been ruled incomplete.
Really?
Stay out of bounds.
I think his heel touched the line there.
Will not
Okay.
be charged
Well,
for the timeout.
that'll be that. The Eskimos win the challenge. That does not go 1st and goal then, and we have we have a full reset as we go back to 3rd and 1.
One of the funkier throws you'll probably see all year, and we're not going to get to leave that on the highlight reel.
Feels bad. I thought that was going to be good for sure. And a run play on 3rd and 1 goes for nothing. And it'll be 4th and 3. The Eskimos cause a stop.
Wow, all the success they've had throwing the ball, and to try to decide to be a power running team on 3rd and 1. I don't know about that play call.
Well, they do have a chance for a field goal. And another adventurous one, 42 yards is the distance on this.
And this is the other reason when you question the coaches, and when you have a generic kicker and you don't know what's going to happen.
Kick is on the way, and it is going to go. 41 yards, what they'll say officially. It is through the uprights, and the Lions have taken a 20-17 lead.
Wow, having these kickers just made me look silly tonight. I've been calling them terrible all day, and I think they haven't missed anything yet.
They hurt you.
Yeah. Guess they're a little hurt.
And they'll just go to their safe space and continue to kick 40-yard field goals. No problem. Kick is going to be on the way back into Eskimo hands.
See if Haywood can match the field goal.
Caught at the 8-yard line. Taken down at the 28. That's where Haywood will get the football back. Now that they're down points, got to have something happen here soon. We see nothing but field goals since the first quarter.
They haven't been having a little bit of success running the ball. Throws makes me wonder if maybe they might throw a couple play action passes in there.
1st and 10 from Will Eves, 28-yard line.
That's Chris LaHaye lined up at the bottom of your screen, it looked like. Hand off to Rhodes. He's going to have a little bit of room, but he can't beat the rushers getting to him. It'll be a 1-yard gain.
Ray Broderick all over that one. He caught him without even thinking about it. I guess that poke in the eye, he's okay now.
Yeah, made him mad more than anything. He's got 7 tackles, 3 for a loss.
Kicked out from the 2 count, and he's ready to go.
Under center. Haywood is ready. Looks to throw. Goes out to the outside. That is going to be a catch. It'll be 3rd and 3. Is that LaHaye? Yes, it is. LaHaye with his 8th catch.
All over the field today.
Can't keep him down for long.
BC's been playing an interesting defense. A lot of soft zones and things. And I thought they might put more pressure, but they've been playing a lot of cover 2, cover 4, soft zones.
Split backs one more time. Looking to throw. Throws rather short, but it is going to be a 1st down as they do bring him down at the 42. Another one, this one for Aaron Swords. It'll be a new set of downs as they get it closer to the midfield stripe.
Yeah, you got to wonder if maybe those deep strikes early in the game have just caused BC to go to these soft zones and let them have all this underneath stuff and just let them dink and dunk all the way down the field.
Just over a minute left in the 3rd quarter.
Like I said, this where I would think BC needs to start maybe throwing some pressure in there and throw Haywood off his timing.
Just under 300 yards for Haywood. 5-step drop, looks to throw, moves up in the pocket, throws long. That's a grab, and it's going to be Aaron Swords to the house. That is an Eskimos touchdown as they take the lead.
Shane Swords, once again, now that looked like a safety miscue there, trying to go for the interception instead of going for the tackle. You'll see, I believe it's a safety, goes flying by.
27, and basically got all turned around. Couldn't keep the receiver in front of him, and that's going to be 6 points for the Eskimos and a big play. See, nothing but big plays for touchdowns. We haven't really seen a methodical drive all day.
No, if it's been a touchdown, it's been big plays, definitely. And I mean, and that's what you were kind of expecting with these 2 wide receivers that the Eskimos have, that's for sure.
Swords does the dirty work, gets them up by possibly 4 points. Snap good, hold good. It is up and through. So 24-20, Edmonton on top. We're in the heart of oil country as we come down to the very end of the 3rd quarter very shortly, and the BC Lions are going to get the football back.
Yeah, I really think that BC needs to start applying some more pressure on Haywood. They're just letting him stand back there. There's no pressure whatsoever. They're not getting there with their front 4.
And this kick is on the way. We've seen plenty of kickoffs tonight that'll be caught at the 7-yard line. Not going to go any farther than the 29. And that's where BC will start this next drive. Derek Mitchell and company.
See if they can answer back. Going to need at least a field goal. I think they should be shooting for the touchdown because looks like Edmonton's starting to get the rhythm again.
Still plenty of time in this game. Definitely want to find pay dirt. If you're BC, you don't want to fall behind 2 possessions.
Oh, you better hope they're not running left.
No, they are not. It'll be a throw. Throw right. That's a catch. A diving interception chance, but that is taken aside. Sogan with another grab. His 11th of the ball game. He's closing in on 200 through the air.
Big game by Sogan. Ronnie Lowe's. Holy smokes. Just missed that interception. That's twice today. He's had a shot at one, and he's missed it.
Unable to do it. Still 33 seconds on the clock. They're not giving up this 3rd quarter without a fight. Under center is Mitchell. 4 on the line for the Eskimos.
They've got triple coverage up top.
Ooh, and it's taken down behind the line as they gave it off to Smith, and he will go absolutely nowhere. Another big play to bring him down. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That was a comical defense by the Eskimos. They had triple coverage on LaHaye up the top there, on the top of your screen. I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
That'll do it for the 3rd quarter of play. 4-point game as we enter the final frame in the heart of oil country. Ready to go. 2nd and 10 at the BC 42-yard line. You got to get past the midfield stripe for the first. Handoff. Plenty of room to run. He's going to spin out of one. He's going to take it to the outside. Another spin move. And that is a great run by Jared Smith to get inside to Eskimo territory down to the 37.
Yeah, BC caught Edmonton in the perfect defense there. Finally went into some man coverage. And it gave Jared all kinds of places to run. Nice little spin move there.
First long run we've really seen from either side tonight. And it's finally
with the touchdown saving tackle.
Yeah, that safety has to come up and make a play. He was guilty of the late hit earlier, but redeemed himself a little bit on that play.
Looks like Edmonton's going back to the zone.
10.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Handoff again through the middle to Smith, and he'll get a few more. 2nd and 6 upcoming.
We're starting to see these running games be a little more effective with all the passing that's been going on. It's opening up some holes. These defenses are backing off quite a bit. Worried about this deep ball.
Drop it back. Another handoff through the middle. It'll be at the first down marker. 3rd and a chest hair is what they'll mark him at as the Eskimos stop him at the 27.
Another great run. Again, they're opening up with them playing these soft zones. They're leaving a lot of running lanes for Smith to try and get through. Let's see if they try a run again or do they go for a pass.
That's not 3rd and inches. That's 3rd and inch.
Millimeters. We can go Canadian here and say that's millimeters.
Handoff, and that's going to be Smith trying to find the edge, and he will not do it. That is going to be a big, big tackle, and it is a 4th down and 3 upcoming.
That was a head scratcher.
Yeah.
All the success they've had running through between the tackles, and they
try to the outside.
Very questionable decision. This is a big one.
47-yard field goal is going to be on the way here very shortly. Snap is low. That's dangerous, but the kick is on the way, and it is no good. Wide right. And it looks like 47's a little bit too long for these generic kickers.
Yeah, but we were due. I mean, we've had enough field goal tries today between field goals and extra points that somebody was going to mess up. It was only a matter of time.
Eskimos have themselves a chance to pad their lead a little. 4-point lead at the moment. 9 minutes left, and Haywood's out on the field one more time.
You got to wonder if they were using the current NFL-style field goal rules, if more teams would be going for extra point or 2-pointers like a la Pittsburgh.
Thrown over the middle, and that is going to be incomplete. It's intended receiver Shane Swords. 2 touchdowns for him this evening. And 7 targets were thrown his way as he is going to miss this one.
If they had waited a little bit longer, he may have been broken free. He was being covered by a linebacker on that particular route.
2nd and 10.
Interesting coverage choice there.
He'll line up at the top of your screen.
Looks like we're going to see some man coverage here.
LaHaye down at the bottom. One-on-one coverage on the outside. And it'll be a handoff. Chris Rhodes able to get through the middle. 3rd and 1. Seems these defensive lines are being a little more forgiving and letting these runs through for the most part later in the game.
Yeah, I think they're more concentrating on trying to get to the quarterback, and if we see the running back on the way through, it seems to be the way they're rushing the quarterback at this point.
Don't usually...
Do we wonder if they're going to pull another silly play like BC just did?
Yeah, we've seen weirder things. It'll be a toss play to the right for Rhodes, and he's not going to get very far. 4th and 1 on the way.
Again with these teams trying to run the ball when they're not having any success.
Well, 4th and 1. It'd be fun to see if they decide to punt this. They have their offense out on the field.
Are they going to run a play, or is this the old okey doke?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if they can draw them off sides. Still plenty on the play clock. They may try to run this.
I'm thinking they're going to do the old okey doke.
They are. Yeah, they're letting the clock run down, trying to knock them off side, but it's not going to work. BC very well disciplined, and they show it here. Timeout taken by Edmonton, and they will have to punt now.
And Neil Pike with trying the old okey doke, and I mean, players today are a little too smart. I can't remember the last time I saw that actually work, to be honest with you.
Ball's at the 46. They're going to have to get it away and try to pin down the BC Lions, which is not a bad thing to do. I mean, the Eskimos do have the lead at the moment. There's still a lot of time left in this game. And it made a lot of sense to them to try that okey doke play, more or less, just to waste time off the clock.
Absolutely. Run that clock down.
Yep.
Give them less time.
And that'll be a punt returned to the 20-yard line exactly. Taken down there with 7.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter of play.
See if the Eskimos decide to go with the BC type defense and go with these soft zones and make BC march down the field, which both teams have proven they've been a little bit impatient with.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen a couple of long throw attempts from the Eskimos that have been intercepted, and BC has taken advantage of that. However, now BC find themselves behind in this game, even with the 2 turnovers. That's a pump fake and a throw over the middle, nearly picked off, and that is second down upcoming.
Wow, Mitchell with the pump fake thought he could get somebody to move, and in fact, they moved right into where he wanted to throw the ball. Should have been picked off. It's been a couple of those today.
Second and 10.
Norm Braun going to be upset with himself after that one.
He's had a couple of things to be upset about in this game, but he's made a couple of nice tackles as well.
Absolutely.
Under center is Mitchell. Handoff through the middle and an immediate takedown just past the line of scrimmage as Smith only getting a little over 2 yards a carry, which just about makes sense with his current stat line.
Got to wonder, are they going to try and think this is 4-down territory, or are they just going to go 3rd down and punt it away and hope the defense can hold the Eskimos to no points? Eskimos looks like they're going to play a zone.
Both defenses have played well in this second half, so would not be surprised if BC's coaching staff decides to test their defense one more time. Mitchell, 5-step drop, throws over to the left. That is a grab from Sogan, and he'll get down to the 39, just out of bounds. And how about a 1st and 10 for the BC Lions?
Good route there by Sogan. Looks like he caught right in the middle of that turkey neck. Is that turkey hole
Turkey
you called
hole.
it?
Yep.
Right there in the turkey hole on that cover 2 defense.
Right between the corner and the safety.
See if Edmonton, if they decide to maybe put a little pressure on Mitchell, they're lining up that way.
Mitchell to the outside looks for some help from Smith, and he was going to get to the 44, 2nd and 5 upcoming.
Yeah, it seems like Edmonton's going to play the soft zones and make BC try and march down the field with the dink and dunk. Hopefully they remember that one and don't bring the safeties up and get beat on a long one again.
Seen a lot of that tonight.
Yes, we have. Looks like they're going to a soft zone. Looks like a cover 3 possibly.
And off through the middle, going to try to find the first down marker. Unable to do so is Smith. 3rd and 3 is on the docket as they are trying desperately to at least get to midfield where they'll have the first for sure.
Let's see what happens here.
6 minutes left in the fourth quarter of play.
They're due to throw to Frank Nagy here, but it looks like they got double coverage on him.
Handoff. Smith again has to cut it back inside. Unable to do so. Didn't really have to cut it to the outs or to the inside. He had some room. Decides either way to cut it between the tackles.
Norm Braun comes up to make the play. Again, questionable play calling on short 3rd down. I don't know. With all the success these teams have had throwing the ball, kind of got to throw the running game away at this point, I believe.
Well, it'll give them an opportunity to punt, try to pin down the Eskimos. Eskimos can really just sit on the football for a little while, waste as much time as they can.
They almost got to that one.
Yep, very, very close again. No fair catch called for. Jukes past 1 on the return, but no further than that. 22-yard line is where the Eskimos are going to start this drive. Haywood trying to get something on the board to try to ice this game.
This is make or break for BC. They got to get a stop here so they can get their ball back to Mitchell in this offense. Try and score. See what they do.
Haywood on first down. Quick drop, moves in the pocket, but he's taken down. Very, very good job by the defensive line to get to him. That is John Hetherington who got to him. His second
Finally,
tackle for
Johnny
loss.
Hetherington gets to I think he had 2 the week before. He's their prime pass rusher. Finally got there.
17-yard line.
Yes, Hetherington had 2 sacks last week, 4 tackles in that loss against Calgary, but he was not for any fault of his own.
Making an adjustment here.
Handoff. An immediate tackle before he can get back to the line as Rhodes takes a seat. 3rd and 16.
For a loss of
There we go. Let's see if BC pins Johnny Hetherington and Pete Dearman pin their ears back and get after this quarterback because
Gotta
BC's
be a
been
threat.
playing soft zones all day. I don't expect them to blitz now.
They'd be smart to take some more time off the clock. 17 seconds on the play clock. They could let this run a bit.
Looks like they're gonna.
Down to the 10 mark, and that's going to be a handoff, but a safe play. A very safe play by the Eskimos not to turn the ball over. Now they'll punt it away and try to get as much distance on this kick as possible.
Great job by the BC defense to hold Eskimos to nothing, get them out of there. I don't know about the play calling there by the Eskimos. I guess they're hoping their defense can put a stop on the BC offense. See what kind of return we get here out of this kick.
Be really good for BC to get as many yards back on the
Operation
kick
has
as
been
possible.
completed.
And that kick is going to go deep. It'll be a spin move and a return back to the 46-yard line. That's where they're going to start this drive.
46-yard line.
First and 10.
1st and 10 from the Cougars, 46-yard line.
Well, it's now or never for BC, I think. I don't think they're going to have a chance to have to give the ball back.
They got to do something. Mitchell is going to have to throw here on first down. Thrown to the outside for Smith. Does not go very far. It'll be 2nd and 15 as they end up losing 5 yards on it.
Yeah. Just throw to his outlet there. I don't think his deep routes are open. And they're going to have to start running some more medium to short routes to get the defense to come up tight if they plan on going for that deep ball once again. It's where Nagy and Sogan got to do their thing.
Quick drop back, thrown out to the outside again. Smith again can't get past the first layer of defense. 3rd and 17. They're moving the wrong direction as they now.
Obvious 4-down territory here for sure.
Yeah, for sure, and they're in a tough spot. This one they'll sling. That's a catch down inside the 40-yard line to the 34 for Frank Nagy. That's a great grab and a first down for BC.
My goodness, what a throw by Mitchell. Right on the money in the old turkey hole. Look at this.
Yep, that's right where it was, right between the
in
corner and the
between
safety.
All 3 of those guys. That was a fantastic throw.
That is a very accurate throw from a quarterback more than capable of doing so. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Closing in on the 2-minute warning. The BC Lions have all 3 timeouts. Looking to throw. Finds a catch to the outside. Spin move for Sogan. He's going to get down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. And they'll probably bring us to the 2-minute warning. But what a grab on the outside.
Great little how you doing there by Sogan after he catches the ball. Just a quick out, nothing special. A little, hey, how you doing? Off you go.
Good
That
work.
was Braun with the cleanup.
And that
Nope.
puts BC
Generic linebacker.
That puts BC in a very, very good spot. And as we hit the 2-minute warning, the play clock will go down. And we have 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Edmonton trying to hold on desperately to a 4-point lead. Can they do it? We find out in the next 120 seconds. BC knocking on the door. They're inside the red zone. Eskimos, they give BC credit. Eskimos may have made them march down the field, and so far they have. looking to throw towards the end zone to the 3-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 2, and that is another catch for this time Frank Nagy, his second big catch of the drive.
Yeah, going to the weak side of the field where only one wide receiver is. Open up that defense right in that middle of the zone there. Good tackle by the safety to prevent the touchdown.
That can let BC possibly take the lead. They have 2 yards to get before Pater and 100 seconds to get there.
Maybe they run the ball here, run the clock down a bit.
Mitchell sees something at the line. He's making a call. Drop it back. Looking to throw to the outside. That is dropped. And that's a huge, huge drop. And nothing they can do there as it's still at the 2.
Oh, my goodness.
Generic tight end.
Cement hands generic misses a wide open touchdown pass.
If you can rename him that'd be fantastic. 2nd and goal. Drop it back, handoff to the right side. Smith goes nowhere, loses 2 yards. Does give them a little more yardage for routes to develop, but it is 3rd and goal upcoming.
He changed his name to Ready Mix. Nickname.
Eskimos crowd getting loud for their defense, trying to keep these guys out of the end zone. They have to score a touchdown. A field goal will not do it. Mitchell's under center. Handoff. Smith looking. End zone. Touchdown. BC. The spin move did it. They find Pater inside of the 30-second mark.
Wow, fantastic play call there. Caught the defense completely off guard. After watching the ball get thrown around as much as it has, who would have thought that the running game would provide the go-ahead touchdown less than a minute to go?
Yeah, I say 30-second mark. It's actually the 50-second mark, but either way, extra point. This becomes a giant extra point as BC is trying to make it a 3-point lead. And snap is good. Kick is on the way. And it is through. So 3 points separating BC and Edmonton. 54 seconds on the clock. We need to see some heroics from Haywood and company. Otherwise, this one is going to be in the books.
How important is that missed field goal right now?
Oh, yeah. That's a huge, huge opportunity gone by. This game is tied with that.
Let's see what happens here. Haywood still got a shot. He's got those 2 ace wide receivers.
And 2
Can never
timeouts
count
as
them
well.
Out. Yes.
This will get down
Vancouver
to...
still has all 3 of theirs.
Yep, down to the 8-yard line. It'll get returned to the 29, and out comes Haywood. See if the coaching staff's clock management is on point.
You would think at this point that BC should be maybe rushing 3, maybe 4, but playing really deep zones. Give them all the underneath they want. Doesn't really look like they're doing that, though.
Nine-step drop. Haywood's got a throw. Keeps it to the outside. That is a wasted play. And they're going to run no huddle.
Should have just thrown that ball away.
Yeah. No reason to get a completion there, to be honest with you. Haywood now throws over the middle. That is a catch. He'll get down to the 45-yard line. They got to hurry it up. 27 seconds on the clock.
Spike the ball, and maybe it looks.
Nope.
No, they're going to run a play.
They are going to run a play. Moving up in the pocket, throwing, and he's hit hard as the ball gets there. That is a big, big hit. And a first, and that's Sean Hamilton who comes up and makes a huge play, but the clock stops with 19 to go.
I think they would have stopped the clock there before they rushed into that play, but I guess they wanted to take a shot.
19 seconds, still 2 timeouts. Haywood under center. Got to throw. 5-step drop. Throw to the outside. That's a catch. Caught him in stride, and he'll step out of bounds. 14 on the clock. They're inside of BC territory. They're in range for a Hail Mary at the very least.
Generic wide receiver number 2.
Needed that. That's a huge catch to get on the outside there.
Absolutely.
So
But again, BC's doing what they should be. They're just running nice little soft zones, make them dink and dunk their way down. I still can run a few plays here.
Yep.
2 timeouts.
First and 10 from the Cougars, 41-yard line.
See
Going
what they
back to
have in
that
store.
split back set again.
Yeah, they've even in this situation, they've still been with that the majority of the drive. 9-step drop, stepping up in the pocket, trying to throw on the run. He's going to get hit and taken down. Has to take a timeout. 9 seconds on the clock, and they lose yardage. They're moving backwards at the worst time.
So Johnny Etherington, there he is. That's what he's paid to do. Get after the quarterback. Second sack of the game.
Gets absolutely speared at midfield. Very good work by Hetherington to get in behind the line. Now
Well, at best, they're going to be able to run 2 plays. Something short, and then the old chuck
Yep.
and duck, and see what
Chuck
happens.
and pray, and we'll see what they look for here.
Interesting defense here by BC.
4 on the line. They only sent 4. Thrown to the outside, just out of bounds. They might have time for 2 plays still. Another generic catch. And here we go. 6 seconds on the clock. It's 3rd and 11. Obviously, 4-down territory. Downs don't matter much at this point.
No, I think we're going to see the Hail Mary formation here. There it is.
Yep. Here we go. For the first time in the game, the Eskimos are going shotgun. And it's on the last play of the game. Looking to chuck it. He moves in the pocket, chucks it on the run. It's going to look for the back of the end zone, and it goes out of the back of the end zone, and that is going to be your ball game. The BC Lions have to come back with a touchdown in the final minute to do it, but they go ahead and beat the Eskimos on the Eskimos' home turf. That is how this game ends. It's 27-24 BC over Edmonton. Good work. Chris Curtis, Jimmy Stevens saying goodbye and good night from the heart of oil country. We will see you guys next week.